just the facts, ma'am.
Okay, and I'm going to apologize in advance, is that I usually do this from memory, but I've got some notes in front of me, so I'm going to have to look down occasionally. But basically, what the concern is that Biden has taken left-wing appointments for his upcoming cabinet to a new low. And these people are not pro-capitalism. They are not pro the American system, and they portend a very dark era in America. And I'll make some additional comments afterwards. Biden has appointed Wendy Sherman, who will be number 2 in the State Department. She was the lead U.S. negotiator on the silly and ridiculous Iran deal back in 2015. How about Anita Dunn? Anita Dunn even got thrown out of the Obama administration because she praised Mao Zedong. Remember, Mao Zedong is probably second only to Hitler and Stalin in terms of the number of people that have been executed or sent to concentration camps. And so for even the Obama administration threw her out, and for some reason they're bringing her back as, get this, a senior White House advisor. How about Victoria Nuland? She's going to be nominated for the role of Undersecretary of State. What are some of her claims to fame? How about promoting the Christopher Steele bogus Russia dossier? Yes, that's her claim to fame. Oh, we really need her in the White House, don't we, or in the Biden administration. Then we've got, speaking of the CIA, how about William Burns? He's the nomination for Biden for the CIA director. He currently serves as the head of a left-wing foreign policy that's Operation Think Tank, or alleged think tank, that's backed by George Soros, well-known backing of far-left operations. Bad news for Israel, as this was the key guy in the 2015 Iran deal that the United States may try and crawl back into, despite the fact that even the other signatories to the Iran deal have in the last week told Iran, we've got the word on you, you're enhancing uranium, you're not supposed to be doing that. So even the other parties who stayed in the Iran deal are saying this is not a good situation. So how about Heather Bushy? She's going to be the Biden's administration White House Council of Economic Advisors, one of the advisors. And so she's a person who said, how we'll fund Biden's agenda is not tonight's problem. Kick that can down the road. So, and it's interesting because a lot of economists are saying, hey, this current proposed stimulus is really just a ridiculous stack of pork barrel. It is not designed to put America back to work, which is what we need. The old story, you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach him how to fish, he can eat for a lifetime. We don't need handouts right now. We need to get the economy back on front gear. We need, as I talked about in last week's Saving America, a better organized distribution of vaccine. And we need to continue to encourage people to socially distance and wear masks until we can get the situation under control. And then who else are we going to have joining the Biden, formerly known as the Obama administration? Janice Yellen. So what is Janice Yellen talking about? Janice Yellen said, oh boy, we need to have a great big stimulus right now. Of course, ignoring the fact that given that anything that increases giving away money, printing more money causes inflation. So this is somebody who's supposed to be watching America's currency supply, talking about printing more greenbacks. No wonder gold and even the cyber currencies are shooting up because the dollar is sinking. Now, who gets hurt worst when we have inflation and the dollar sinks? People in lower socioeconomic level. They are the ones who suffer most in a recession. In fact, one of the rallying cries of the left has been, during the tough times with COVID, wealthy people got wealthier. The market actually went up. People in the stock market, heavy in the stock market, did very well. What about the man on the street? I don't know about you, but basic items, bread, toilet paper, veggies cost more today. Do we want that to cost a whole lot more? Because you can only give people so much money. We can only print so much money before we end up joining Venezuela, Greece, Cuba, and other failed economies. So I think it's extremely important that people pay attention to who Biden has put in his cabinet. And again, I call on the American people to peacefully practice democracy and to let the government know that this is not an acceptable direction. And especially because part of this proposed second stimulus is to give money to wasteful economies like California, New York, to say Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Florida, and the rest of the country. We don't want to bail out careless states like California, New York. That's their problem. Their people need to elect new leadership, not steal from the rest of us. And so I did want to say that just a bit of humor. Certain elements want to block every single person who has ever worked in the Trump administration. I'm not speaking for myself. I've never worked for the Trump administration. I don't think that's likely in his last day in office. But it's kind of interesting that we are bringing back a pack of losers into the Biden administration. What about saying, hey, the Obama administration wasn't very successful. Why are you bringing back a bunch of losers? If you think it's a bad idea to bring the Trump people back, I think it's a bad idea to bring the Obama people back. Let's be fair. Let's not be hypocrites. And that's saving America for today.